Hi friends, I welcome you all for the channel of your UPSC friend. In the last video, we have seen the prehistoric rock paintings. Continuing with the same series, today let's discuss regarding the arts of Indus Valley civilization. Before getting into the chapter, let's see some of the important Indus Valley civilization sites. Harappa, Mohenjo-daro, Kot Diji, Chunhadaro, Surkotada, Rangpur, Lothal, Rojdi, Diyamabad. Diyamabad is the southernmost extension of the Harappan civilization. If we move to the north, the next important site is Manda, Bhagwanpura, Bhanavali, Kalibangan, Bhalu, Siswal, Alamgirpur. These are the important sites of Indus Valley civilization. These sites are important for the prelims. You can check the question on these sites in 2019 prelims paper. The two major sites of the Indus Valley civilization along the Indus River are Harappa in the north and Mohenjo-daro in the south. These two places shows the one of the earliest example of civic planning. The Harappan sites show a remarkable town planning and an excellent system of drainage and sanitation. The cities were divided into two parts, that is citadel and the lower town. Citadel is built on the high podium of mud brick to the west. The town to the east was the main hub of the residential area, which was also surrounded by a massive brick wall. They also had a fine drainage system, well-arranged water supply system. They usually used burnt bricks and sun-dried bricks for their construction. Harappa and Mohenjo-daro are currently situated in Pakistan. Lothal, Dholavira, Rakhigari, Ropar, Kalibangan and Balatal are present in India. Rakhigari is the most excavated and largest Harappan site present in India. Now let's see regarding the stone statues. Most of the stone statues are excavated from Harappa and Mohenjo-daro. Two important stone statues are torso in the red stone and other is the bust beard man in steatite. Here you can see the image of the bust of the beard man in steatite. This beard man is interpreted as a priest and is draped in a shawl coming under the right arm and covering the left shoulder, and he is also having a elongated half closed eyes. Now let's see regarding the bronze casting. Though bronze as a metal not widely available to the Harappan people, the art of bronze casting was practiced on a wide scale by the Harappans. They used lost wax technique in which the wax figures were first covered with a coating of clay and allowed it to dry. Then the wax was heated and the molten wax was drained out through a tiny hole made in the clay cover. The whole mold thus created was filled with the molten metal or the heated metal, which took the original shape of the object. Once the metal get cooled, the clay cover was completely removed. This is the lost wax technique. The best example for this lost wax technique is the dancing girl. This is the image of the dancing girl found in Mohenjo-daro. In this image, you can notice that bangles cover her left arm, a bracelet and an amulet or a bangle adorn her right arm. She has a large eyes with flat nose. And also the copper dog and bird of Lothal and a bronze figure of the bull from Kalibangan are in no way inferior to the human figures of copper and bronze from Harappa and Mohenjo-daro. The late Harappan and Chalcolithic sites like Diyamabad in Maharashtra yielded excellent examples of metal cast sculptures. This is the image of the mother goddess in terracotta. Now let's see terracotta sculptures. When compared to the bronze statues of Indus Valley people, the terracotta sculptures are of crude form. The important terracotta figurine that was found is the mother goddess. This is the image of the mother goddess in terracotta. This image is showing the toys of the terracotta that is recovered from the Indus Valley civilization sites. Now let's see regarding the seals. Seals was the important part of day-to-day life of the Indus Valley civilization people. Usually it was made of steatite. They were mainly used for the commercial purpose. It appears that seals were also used as the amulets. The standard Harappan seal was of a square plate of 2x2 square inches. Even the gold and ivory seals were also recovered from the Indus Valley sites. Most of the seals bear a great variety of motifs. Most of the animals, including those of bulls, rhinos, tigers, elephant, bisons and also unicorn bull were used. The most important seal that was recovered till now is the seal of Pashupati. In this image, you can see the seal of Pashupati. This seal is generally identified as Pashupati seal by some scholars, whereas some identify it as a female deity depicts a human figure seated cross-legged. An elephant, tiger are depicted to the right side. Here you can see the elephant, tiger that is depicted on the right side, buffalo, and rhino depicted on the left side. Two antelopes are shown below the seat. It's very important even to memorize the animals in the Pashupati seal. It may be asked in the exam. Next comes the pottery. Indus Valley pottery consists chiefly of very fine wheel-made wares. Very few are being handmade. The plain pottery is more common than the painted ware. Plain pottery is generally of red clay with or without a fine red or grey slab, which includes knobbed ware ornamented with rows of knobs. The black painted ware has a fine coating of red slip on which geometric and animal designs are executed in glossy paint. It was very rare to find the polychrome pottery, that is the pottery made up of many colors or used many colors. This is the image of the perforated pot. The perforated pottery includes a large hole at the bottom and small holes all over the wall and was probably used for straining the liquor. Pottery for household purposes is found in as many as shapes and sizes as could be conceived of for the daily practical purposes. Miniature vessels, mostly less than the half an inch in height, are particularly so marvelously crafted as to evoke the admiration. Here you can see the miniature potteries. Now let's see regarding the beads and ornaments. The Harappan men and women decorated themselves with a large variety of ornaments produced from very convincible material ranging from precious metals and gemstones to bones and baked clays. Necklaces, fillets, armlets and finger rings were commonly worn by both men and women. Hoards of jewelry is found in Mohenjo-daro and Lothal include necklaces of gold and semi-precious stones, copper bracelets and beads and gold earrings and head ornaments were also found in the Harappan sites. Ornaments were well crafted. A cemetery has been found at Farmana in Haryana where the dead bodies were buried with ornaments. This shows that the Harappan people believed in life after death. The evidence for bead industries or bead making were found from Chunhadaro and Lothal. This image shows the art of beadwork and jewelries of the Harappan people. The beads were usually made of carnelian, jasper, crystal, quartz, steatite, lapis lazuli. This lapis lazuli was usually taken from Afghanistan. And the metals used were copper, bronze and gold. Even the shells were also used. The discovery of a large number of spindles in the houses of the Indus Valley people shows the evidence that the spinning of cotton and wool was very common. The Indus people also had different hairstyles and wearing a beard was popular among all. Cinnabar was used as a cosmetic and face paint. Lipstick and collyrium were also known to them. This is the image of the bull that is found from Mohenjo-daro. This is all regarding the art of Indus Valley civilization. If you like my video, please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.